Abraham Lincoln's casket was opened twice after his burial due to significant concerns over the security of his remains. These incidents were deeply connected to the social climate of the time and the need to protect the legacy of one of America's most revered presidents. First opening, 1876, a plot to steal Lincoln's body. 11 years after Abraham Lincoln's assassination in 1865, a shocking plot threatened the sanctity of his final resting place. In 1876, a group of Chicago-based counterfeiters, led by James "Big Jim" Kennedy, devised a scheme to steal Lincoln's body. Their plan was to break into Lincoln's tomb at Oak Ridge Cemetery in Springfield, Illinois, steal his casket, and hold his remains for ransom. The motivation behind this crime was to leverage Lincoln's body to force the release of Benjamin Boyd, Kennedy's top engraver, who had been imprisoned for producing counterfeit currency. Additionally, they demanded $200,000 in ransom money, a significant sum at the time. The gang planned to move Lincoln's body to Indiana and hold it until their demands were met. However, their plan was foiled thanks to an informant within the gang who alerted the Secret Service, which had been newly established in part to combat counterfeiting. On the night of November 7, 1876, as the thieves attempted to steal the body, law enforcement agents were lying in wait and successfully thwarted the plot. This attempt exposed the vulnerability of Lincoln's tomb and sparked widespread concern over the security of his remains. In response, Lincoln's body was secretly moved by a group of trusted individuals, including his cousin and close associates, to a hidden, shallow grave within the tomb. This temporary measure was taken to prevent further threats, but it also raised public anxiety about the safety of Lincoln's remains. Second opening, 1901, ensuring permanent security. By the turn of the 20th century, Lincoln's tomb had deteriorated structurally and required major renovations. During the reconstruction in 1901, Robert Todd Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's only surviving son, was deeply concerned about the security of his father's body. Fearing that future grave robbers might attempt to steal it again, Robert ordered that his father's remains be permanently secured. To achieve this, it was decided that Lincoln's casket would be buried in a steel cage and encased in 10 feet of concrete. This method would make it virtually impossible for anyone to access the casket in the future. However, before proceeding with this final burial, rumors began circulating that Lincoln's body might not actually be inside the casket. To put these doubts to rest, it was decided to open the casket on September 26, 1901. A small group of 23 witnesses, including cemetery officials and workers, were present for this solemn event. When the casket was opened, they found Lincoln's body remarkably well preserved, even after more than 35 years. His face was still recognizable due to the embalming process performed after his assassination. Witnesses noted his distinct facial features, including his beard and his black suit, the same one he had worn during his second inauguration. After this final verification, Lincoln's casket was sealed for the last time. It was then lowered into a steel cage and encased in concrete deep beneath the tomb. This precaution ensured that Lincoln's remains would never be disturbed again. These incidents highlight how the nation's reverence for Abraham Lincoln extended beyond his life and presidency. The attempt to steal his body and the subsequent efforts to safeguard it reflect the challenges of memorializing a figure of such immense historical significance. Today, Lincoln's tomb stands as a secure and solemn monument, preserving the final resting place of a leader who guided the United States through its most turbulent period. Let's subscribe to the Celebrities Arena.